The Upper Makefield pipeline leak has inspired a pipeline safety reforms proposal. In Montgomery County, gas-powered leaf blowers are no longer welcome here. More AT&T cell sites are coming. Plus, it was either be charged or run a half marathon. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. As an update to a story covered extensively by this podcast, Upper Makefield Township is still struggling with a pipeline leak that contaminated at least 6 private wells with jet fuel, reports Why. A story that has since inspired U.S. Representative Brian Fitzpatrick to introduce legislation that would overhaul pipeline safety and emergency response nationwide. It's called the Wojnowicz Pipeline Safety Act, so named in honor of Kristen Wojnowicz and her family, who were among the first impacted by the leak. The proposal calls for a new federal grant program to replace or upgrade high-risk hazardous liquid lines to modernize the infrastructure. Other items in the bill include expanding public transparency so people can easily access leak inspection and remediation data, mandating the disclosure of nearby pipelines to prospective home buyers, strengthening emergency response systems, improving leak detection, introducing new multi-million-dollar penalties for leaks and failures, and finally, establishing an Office of Public Engagement. Fitzpatrick said via a statement that, quote, "Every page of this bill is shaped by what Upper Makefield families lived through. The gaps in testing, the delays in information, the uncertainty about their water, and the absence of clear standards for communication and emergency response." In another update to a previously covered story, gas-powered leaf blowers are officially banned in Lower Merion Township, reports CBS Local Philadelphia. Commissioners passed an ordinance containing this ban last week, thus prohibiting the use of gas-powered leaf blowers throughout the township, citing quality of life, health, and environmental concerns. It'll be a slow phase-out, though, from 2026 to 2028. Then, in 2029, a complete ban. Any violators will get a warning before they face fines that start at $100 but can go up to $600. AT&T is adding 17 new cell sites in 15 counties across Pennsylvania, states PennLive, as part of a 5G network expansion that's looking to benefit both customers and first responders by providing more mobile broadband connections. The company has invested more than $1.5 billion in wireless and wireline network initiatives in Pennsylvania from 2020 to 2024. To see where these sites will be, please click on the corresponding podcast article link. It was either have a criminal record or run a half marathon, says the Philadelphia Inquirer. Mile Up is a juvenile diversion program run by nonprofit Students Run Philly Style, in partnership with the city's DA's office and Drexel University's Center for Nonviolence and Social Justice, that seeks to teach kids aged 11 to 17 charged with certain offenses like auto theft, assault, and vandalism about accountability and responsibility through running, and while creating a supportive community. It starts with a referral from the DA's office, then those who agree to it have to show up for practice 3 times a week for 12 weeks before topping things off by completing multiple races, like the Philly Half Marathon, which a bunch of them ran over the weekend. After the second race, their charges are dropped as long as they ultimately finish the program. If they finish and aren't arrested within 6 months, their case is expunged, erasing all records of it. Said one Mile Up student, quote, "Everyone deserves a second chance." That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, drop by PennLive.com, and please don't forget to rate this podcast and to share it around with your family and friends. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and tomorrow's another day of Today in PA.